All right, we're going to start the May the 7th, 2024 meeting. We'll have the invocation by Mr. Hart and Pledge of Allegiance by Commissioner Firstner. Please stand.
Eternal, most precious Father, we thank you for the opportunity, the abundance of grace and mercy that you've shown towards us, allow us to come together to conduct the city's business. We thank you for allowing us to live in this beautiful part of your creation that we call Ocoee. And Father, we pray that you will fill us with the spirit of unity. Even though we may disagree, let us never disrespect or disengage from one another, but work together as brothers and sisters. We say a special prayer over our first responders, our police and our fire departments and our EMTs. And Father, as they go out on every call, watch over them. Comfort their family members, knowing that their loved ones are watching over us, you are watching over them. We're so careful to give you the praise, the honor, and the glory you do. In your Son, Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Here.
Commissioner Wilson?
Here.
Mayor Johnson?
Here.
Commissioner Firstner?
Here.
Commissioner Oliver?
Here.
All right, we have three different presentations and proclamations. We're going to read two of them. We'll also 2024 Municipal Clerks Week, which we have municipal clerk sitting down there at the end, which is for them. I didn't get that paper, so we're going to start off with the 2024 Asian American. We do have that one, don't we?
You're going to do that.
You-
What I understand is that you're doing that this Saturday.
Oh, so we're not going to read that tonight. All right. All right, so we'll do the 2024 National Day of Prayer proclamation. Whereas history America has faced trials and triumphs, and Americans have responded to prayer seeking courage and comfort, inspiration, and joy-filled celebration. Faith compels us to seek and cling to the light in times of darkness and spread light to those in need. And whereas from the first gathering of our founding fathers, elected officials have prayed and entreated those they serve and represent to join them in prayer, including the authors of our Declaration of Independence, wrote that they, the representatives of the United States of America in General Congress, assembled, appealing to the Supreme Judge of the work, and carried on to present day and presidential proclamations such as last year's invitation to join him in asking for God's continued guidance, mercy, and protection. And whereas a National Day of Prayer has not only been a part of our heritage since it was declared by the First Continental Congress in 1775, but it is a public law established in the United States Congress in 1952, approved by a joint resolution and amended by Congress and President Reagan with Public Law 100-307 in 1988, affirming that it is essential for us as a nation to pray and directs the President of the United States to set aside and proclaim the first Thursday of May annually as the National Day of Prayer. And whereas in every state across America, the observance of the National Day of Prayer will be held on Thursday, May the 2nd, 2024, with the theme, Lift Up the Word, Light Up the World, based on the verses found in 2 Samuel 22-29-31. For you are my lamp, O Lord, and my God lightens my darkness. This good and way is perfect. The word of the Lord proves true. He is a shield for all those who take refuge in him. And whereas unified prayer is mobilized across America every first Thursday of May on the National Day of Prayer, as neighbors and attending services to seek God for the city and country where we live, learn, work, worship, serve, and desire all to thrive. And whereas we express our faith and exercise our freedom in prayer, then unite our hearts and voices in personal prayer and public gatherings across America with fervent praise, repentance, love, and humble intercession for our neighbor and nation, holding fast to the promises throughout the Holy Scriptures that the Lord hears and avails much as he answers the faith-filled prayers of his people. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the City Commission of the City of Ocoee does hereby declare May the 2nd, 2024 as National Day of Prayer. We have Ms. Chadwick. Would you like to come up and We can take a, all the commissioners come, we can come down and get a picture. Commissioners. Last, what was it, last Thursday? Last Thursday, we had they had a prayer thing out front out here. What is it? Lighthouse of Prayer. House of Prayer had the service, and we appreciate it very much. Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Okay, Commissioner Kennedy's going to read the, you need the title of all that, right? You got it?
Yes, sir.
All right.
National Peace Officers Memorial Day Proclamation. Whereas in 1962, President Kennedy proclaimed May 15th as National Peace Officers Memorial Day, and the calendar week in which May 15th falls as National Police Week. Established by a joint resolution of Congress in 1962, National Police Week pays special recognition to those law enforcement officers who have lost their lives in the line of duty, the safety and protection of others. And whereas every day our nation's dedicated law enforcement officers put themselves at risk to keep their fellow citizens safe. Our officers stand as leaders, educating the community about the importance of public safety. And whereas, as the City of Ocoee observes Peace Officer Memorial Day and Police Week, we pay tribute to the courageous men and women who wear the badge and keep the peace. And whereas we appreciate the extraordinary efforts and sacrifices made by officers and their family members on a daily basis in order to protect our schools, workplaces, roadways, and homes. And whereas law enforcement officers deserve our appreciation for the work they do, which is to help people on a daily basis, protect our citizens, and if necessary, stand in harm's way for the community they serve. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the City Commission of the City of Ocoee does hereby proclaim May 15, 2024 as National Peace Officer Memorial Day, and May 12th through May 18, 2024 as National Police Week in the City of Ocoee, Florida. And publicly, we salute the service of law enforcement officers in our community and in communities across the nation. In witness thereof, I hereunto have set my hand and caused the seal of the City of Ocoee to be affixed this 7th day of May. Honorable Mayor Rusty Johnson.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
You want to give it to the Assistant Chief? How about us standing up behind?
Okay.
You? Come on up here.
We do, we're going to.
We're going to get photos back here with you. Squeeze in there. That's good.
Or, of course, we want to take a picture with you.
Yeah, bro.
Is it good? I have my eyes open? Good.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Betty, appreciate it. Chief Nyler is one of our new assistant chiefs. He's not new. How long you been with us now?
23 years.
23 years. He's a new assistant chief. You don't look like he's that old, but. Staff reports.
None at this time.
All right, public comments. I have one here for Mr. Moyer.
Good evening. My name is Dr. Jim Moyer. I live in Arden Park, and I'm honored to be the current chair of the Ocoee Human Relations Diversity Board. I have good news and bad news. Well, the bad news is we had an outstanding event last Thursday for you, those of you who weren't there. It was just great. We had guest speakers from University of Central Florida who spoke about fostering a sense of belonging. And they're from the Ginsberg Center for Inclusion and Community Outreach. The good news is that they're coming back, and I hope to see all of you here on Thursday, June 6th at 6:15. We had Ms. Kavita Smith and Dr. Edwana Andrews, and they are just experts on helping communities feel a sense of belonging. So please be there Thursday, June 6th at 6:15. Thank you. Also, I want to mention a couple other things. This month, there's all kinds of observances. This is Older Americans Month. And some months I feel older than other months and days. Approximately 17% of people in the United States are 65 years or older. It's also, as mentioned earlier, Asian American Pacific Islander Month. Over 7% of the population of the United States are Asian American Pacific Islander, and the state of Hawaii is majority Asian. It's also National Military Appreciation Month, and over 6% of all people in the United States are veterans or actively in military service. Please think about them, pray for them all the time. It is also Jewish American Heritage Month. Approximately 2 to 3% of all people in the United States are Jewish. It's also, that's more important to this state than many others, it's Haitian American Heritage Month. The state of Florida has more Haitian Americans than any other state in the United States. There's less than half of 1% of people in the United States are Haitian, but they're very important to our state. So thank you so much for your time, and God bless all of you.
Thank you. All right, that's all the ones filled out for the public comments, so we'll go to the consent agenda. I need a motion.
Make a motion to approve?
Motion made by Commissioner Wilson. Here's a second.
I'll second.
Seconded by Commissioner Kennedy. Any more comments? All right, I need a motion. Or a vote?
You got
A vote.
a vote?
Well, vote, yeah, a motion. I need a vote. I ain't woke up yet.
That's good.
All right. Did you make the motion?
I made the motion.
He seconded. All right, let's vote. Motion carries unanimously. Thank you very much. All right, first reading of ordinance, number 8. First reading of ordinance for 789 Pine Street, small-scale comprehensive plan amendment for low-density residential to light industrial rezoning from single-family dwelling to restricted manufacturing warehouse. You read?
Yes, sir. An ordinance of the City of Ocoee, Florida, amending the City of Ocoee Comprehensive Plan as adopted in 1991, as amended, amending the future land use map of the Ocoee Comprehensive Plan to change the future land use map designation from low-density residential to light industrial for certain real property containing approximately 2.51 acres located at 789 Pine Street on the east side of Pine Street, approximately 1,137 feet north of the intersection of Palm Drive and Pine Street, providing for and authorizing the revision of the official city future land use map prevailing in the event of any inconsistency, providing for severability, providing for an effective date. Yes, I'll move on to the zoning one now. An ordinance of the City of Ocoee, Florida, changing the zoning classification from R1A, Single-Family Dwelling District, to I1, Light Manufacturing and Warehouse District, on certain real property containing approximately 2.51 acres located at 789 Pine Street on the east side of Pine Street, approximately 1,137 feet north of the intersection of Palm Drive and Pine Street, finding such zoning to be consistent with the Ocoee Comprehensive Plan, providing for and authorizing the revision of the official city zoning map, prevailing in the event of any inconsistency, providing for severability, and providing for an effective date.
All right, these will be back on the second reading on May the 21st, and then they'll be open to the public. All right, item number, that didn't work. It was
Number 7.
6. That was 6, not 8. I apologize. Number 7, first reading of ordinance for 1 Taylor Street, small-scale comprehensive plan, FLU amendment from heavy industrial to commercial and rezoning, 1I1. Restricted manufacturing and warehousing to C2, community commercial project.
Ready? An ordinance of the City of Ocoee, Florida, amending the City of Ocoee Comprehensive Plan as adopted in 1991, as amended, amending the future land use map of the Ocoee Comprehensive Plan to change the future land use map designation from heavy industrial to commercial for certain real property containing approximately 0.21 acres located at 1 Taylor Street on the northeast side of Taylor Street at the intersection of Taylor Street and West McKee Street, providing for and authorizing the revision of the official city future land use map, prevailing in the event of any inconsistency, providing for severability, providing for an effective date. Now to the rezoning one. An ordinance of the City of Ocoee, Florida, changing the zoning classification from I1, Restricted Manufacturing and Warehousing District, to C2, Community Commercial District, on certain real property containing approximately 0.21 acres located at 1 Taylor Street on the northeast side of Taylor Street at the intersection of Taylor Street and West McKee Street, finding such zoning to be consistent with the Ocoee Comprehensive Plan, providing for and authorizing the revision of the official city zoning map, prevailing in the event of any inconsistency, providing for severability, and providing for an effective date.
This will be the same. It'll be back on May the 21st for the second reading. All right, we'll go to number 8. First reading of ordinance for 1102 and 1104 North Lakewood Avenue, lot property annexation.
An ordinance of the City of Ocoee, Florida, annexing into the corporate limits of the City of Ocoee, Florida, certain real properties containing approximately 7.17 acres located at 1102 and 1104 North Lakewood Avenue on the west side of North Lakewood Avenue, approximately 946 feet south of Worst Road and its intersection with North Lakewood Avenue, and assign parcel ID numbers 07-22-28-0000-00-057 and 07-22-28-0000-00-060 pursuant to the application submitted by the property owner, finding said annexation be consistent with the Florida statutes, the Ocoee Comprehensive Plan, the Ocoee City Code, and the Joint Planning Area Agreement, providing for and authorizing the update of official city maps, providing direction to the city clerk, providing for severability, prevailing in the event of any inconsistency, and providing for an effective date.
All right, this will also be back May the 21st for the second reading. Item number 9, first reading of ordinance for 1305 and 1113 Ocoee Apopka Road, MTTL Enterprise, LLC property annexation.
An ordinance of the City of Ocoee, Florida, annexing into the corporate limits of the City of Ocoee, Florida, certain real properties containing approximately 4.32 acres located at 1305 and 1113 Ocoee Apopka Road, approximately 2,616 feet south of Fuller's Cross Road at its intersection with North Lakewood Avenue, and assign parcel ID numbers 07-22-28-0000-00-039 and 07-22-28-0000-00-041 pursuant to the application submitted by the property owner. Finding said annexation to be consistent with the Florida statutes, the Ocoee Comprehensive Plan, the Ocoee City Code, and the Joint Planning Area Agreement, providing for and authorizing the update of official city maps, providing direction to the city clerk, providing for severability prevailing in the event of any inconsistency, and providing for an effective date.
This will also be back on May the 21st for the second reading. Item number 10, first reading of ordinance for 1059 Ocoee Apopka Road, Rogers property annexation.
An ordinance of the City of Ocoee, Florida, annexing into the corporate limits of the City of Ocoee, Florida, certain real property containing approximately 5.01 acres located at 1059 Ocoee Apopka Road on the east side of Ocoee Apopka Road, approximately 3,284 feet south of Fuller's Cross Road at its intersection with Ocoee Apopka Road, and assign parcel ID number 07-22-28-0000-00-043, pursuant to the application submitted by the property owner, finding said annexation to be consistent with the Florida statutes, the Ocoee Comprehensive Plan, the Ocoee City Code, and the Joint Planning Area Agreement, providing for and authorizing the update of official city maps, providing direction to the city clerk, providing for severability prevailing in the event of any inconsistency, and providing for an effective date.
This also will be back May the 21st for the second reading. All right, second reading of ordinance tonight, 0. Public hearing, number 12, Ocoee Pickleball Complex.
I think we may have missed number 11.
1 or 11?
11, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I should have took a nap today. First reading of ordinance for MDTL Enterprise, LLC property annexation.
An ordinance of the City of Ocoee, Florida, annexing into the corporate limits of the City of Ocoee, Florida, certain real properties containing approximately 2.17 acres located on the east side of Ocoee Apopka Road, approximately 3,392 feet south of Fuller's Cross Road at its intersection with Ocoee Apopka Road, and assigned parcel ID numbers 07-22-28-0000-00-074 and 07-22-28-0000-00-105, pursuant to the application submitted by the property owner, finding said annexation to be consistent with the Florida statutes, the Ocoee Comprehensive Plan, the Ocoee City Code, and the Joint Planning Area Agreement, providing for and authorizing the update of official city maps, providing direction to the city clerk, providing for severability prevailing in the event of any inconsistency, and providing for an effective date.
All right, now we'll go down to public hearing, number 12, Ocoee Pickleball Complex, Vassant Sports LLC, special exception. Is zoning manager Whitfield? There she is. Oh, we also have, I have 8, when I open the public hearing, I have 8 different forms filled out for speakers on that issue. All right.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, Commissioners. Thank you, everybody. So this is the Ocoee Pickleball Complex, the Vassant Sports Property Special Exception. The request is for a special exception approval for the outdoor commercial recreation facility use on a property that is Zone C2. The properties are located at 1,000, 1,050, and 1,100 Jacob Nathan Boulevard. These are also known as lots 4, 3, and 6 of the Goodman Center commercial plat. So a little bit of background, the property's on the west side of Jacob Nathan at the end of Matthew Paris. It's about 6 acres in size. The future land use designation is commercial. It is in the Wakawa study area and has floodplains on the property and wetlands near it. The site's currently wooded. So this is the general aerial of the property, just to give some context. Clark Road is here, State Road 50 is here, Jacob Nathan, and then 408 is down here on the south. The surrounding future land use map is all commercial on the east side, high-density residential on the north, commercial on the south, and then some commercial and conservation on the west. It's surrounded by like C2 zoning district with the R3 on the north. And so the requirements are coming from Table 5-1, which is our permitted uses regulations table. It's codified through Section 5-8A, and that table requires a special exception approval for a property zone C2 for outdoor commercial. The criteria for reviewing a special exception are laid out in Section 4-8B. There are three criteria. The first one is that the proposed use or structure would not violate the land use densities and intensities or other directives of the comp plan or the land development code. The second one is that the structure or the use would be compatible with the uses and structures or activities on adjacent or nearby lands. The third criteria is that the proposed use or structure would not violate any health, safety, welfare, or the convenience of those residing or working or owning land in the vicinity of the property. And this is with respect to density, bulking, overcrowding, impairment of pedestrian or vehicular movements on adjacent streets, fire, safety, noise, odor, glare, vibrations, or the ability of other adjoining property owners to the legal use of their properties. So our code doesn't require a site plan in the special exception, but staff has historically just asked for it just to make sure that the site can actually accommodate the use that the applicant is wanting to do. So just some information on this slide. This red line is a retaining wall because this dashed line is the floodplain line that has been, to my knowledge, field verified. So our comp plan requires a 25-foot buffer from that floodplain line. So they're going to build a retaining wall at that 25-foot mark. This southern portion of the complex are indoor courts, and this northern portion of the complex are covered outdoor courts, which is the reason why they're here now for a special exception approval. So some of the concerns that staff looked at with respect to their criteria is the adjacent surrounding neighbors or neighboring properties. As you can see in this aerial, there's wetlands on the west, the city's retention pond on the north, and some commercial uses on the east and the south. We also looked at building height. So the property is zone C2. We checked to make sure that it complies with the C2 design standards in terms of the impervious surface area, the maximum building height, the floor area ratio. The site per the comp plan can accommodate hundreds of square feet of commercial. They're proposing this 14,000 square foot building plus the courts. In terms of parking, our current code does not have specific standards for commercial recreation parking, but the code does say that the commission can establish some reasonable standards for parking based on technical information that we have. So what the applicants are proposing is a 3.3 parking ratio, and what our staff has found in other jurisdictions is a range from 3.3 to 4 parking spaces per court. What they're showing here is a range of 3.3 spaces per court. When we look at the site plan, there's opportunities to seek more parking or to get more parking via joint parking agreements with nearby properties. The code allows for us to consider nearby parking spaces within 300 feet of the property. So this is an aerial, sorry, not an aerial, a conceptual rendering of the project. This is the top view. The north is on the upper right-hand side and south is on the left side. This is what they envision as the indoor courts, the enclosed or covered courts. So the roof is impervious to weather, so it'll protect the courts and the players from sun, rain, things like that. It'll also protect their courts here. The walls, as they are presenting it here, are open. They may mesh it or install some meshing for bugs and mosquitoes and things like that. This is just another rendering. And then this is, see my mouse, this right here would be the view that you would see from Matthew Parish. So going back to the criteria for reviewing a special exception. As I mentioned, the proposed use doesn't exceed the FAR or intensity established in the comp plan. It's not a residential use, so it doesn't speak to density. Parking ratios, as I mentioned, we'll look into that further. Should the use be approved at the site at the time of site plan review? In terms of the structure, it is, and the use, it is, staff feels that the use is compatible with the surrounding commercial sites. It is one lot, I think one of the remaining lots in a commercial subdivision that was approved some time ago. In terms of the use and layout, the horizontal site layout generally meets the city's code with respect to circulation and ingress, egress, and things like that. They will need to show fire turning movements, compatibility, the movement of the dumpster trucks and things like that, but that goes at the time of site plan review. The DRC considered this item at their April 2nd meeting and made a recommendation of approval, subject to the condition that we still continue to look at the parking ratios at the time of site plan review to make sure that it actually will make sense. PZC heard it at their April 9th hearing. There was some discussion. In summary, the discussion was relative to whether or not the applicants would be willing to switch the court placement so that the indoor courts would be on the north side, making the outdoor courts or covered courts a little bit further away from the neighborhood to the northwest. And then questions were also raised regarding the site access and emergency services. So as we review site plans, the Fire Marshal's office also reviews these, as well as police and all of our other technical staff reviewers. The preference from the Fire Marshal would be, of course, to have 2 access, but they didn't say 100% no to the single access. But they would have to make other improvements to the site in order to have ingress, egress, safe ingress, egress. Following the discussion, the PCC made a recommendation of approval, subject to the conditions made by DRC, which are to have a further look at parking. And with that, staff is also making a recommendation of approval for the special exception to allow the outdoor commercial use on this property in a C2 zoning district. And Mr. Mayor, the applicant team has a presentation
All right.
as well.
I'm going to open the public hearing does the applicant want to come up front? Or we can go ahead and have the citizens' comments, or you want to come up and tell us, and then we'll have the citizens' comments. I can't hear what you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you for this time.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody.
Give us your name.
My name is Ravan Tumala. I'm the project manager for the Ocoee Pickleball Complex. Good?
They want you to talk louder.
You got us.
Okay. Yeah, you all hear me now? Thank you. So we are proposing to build a world-class pickleball facility in the 3 parcels that were mentioned, 1,000, 1,005, and 1,100 Jacob Nathan Boulevard. So if you guys are not familiar with pickleball, right? So pickleball is a sport that's blend of tennis, badminton, and ping pong. It's appealing to all the people in all the ages right now. So it's rapidly growing very fast, and it's the fastest growing sport. It has been the fastest growing sport for the past 5 years in US, and over 3.5 million Americans today play pickleball regularly. And if you look at the adults 55 plus players, it's been increasing at 12%, or it has increased at 12% in the past year. So also the tournament attendance has increased a lot. Now it draws thousands of spectators plus the players who participate in the pickleball tournaments. So if we look at the growth, today 36.5 million Americans play pickleball on a regular basis, and it has actually increased 158.6% in 2023. And if we look at a couple of pickleball facilities in the Orlando area, these are a couple of the popular facilities. We have Katy Way in Winter Park. It has 6 outdoor pickleball courts, and Veterans Park in Winter Garden. It has 8 courts outdoor. Clear One Sports in Orlando. It has 9 courts, all indoor, air-conditioned. Orlando Racket Sports has 9 courts, indoor, air-conditioned. Central Winds, Winter Springs, it's just opened recently, 14 courts, all outdoor. So all these facilities have their own disadvantages with them. So outdoor courts are very vulnerable to the weather, and indoor courts, they're very, the quality of those courts are not top-notch. So And with that, having said that, so there is definitely a need to build a massive pickleball facility to cater the rising demand and because of the low availability of pickleball facilities in the Orlando area. So pickleball, I mean, it's getting a lot of attention. It's a community sport. Everybody loves playing pickleball, and honestly, people get addicted to play to the sport once they get on the court. So. And it's also becoming a social hub, so where people come to a central location and play, compete together, and build a community. And we anticipate that the ongoing rise of pickleball participation is going to grow a lot. So why we chose Ocoee to build this project is Ocoee, we know that it's centrally located. It's 10 minutes to downtown Orlando, very close to the parks and the Universal and Disney, all that areas. And the growing population in this area, there's a strong interest in the pickleball sport in this neighborhood. I mean, not just in Ocoee, also the surrounding areas like Winter Garden and all. So our project at a high level, so we're going to build this on a 6.08 acre of land. So we want to build 44 courts, 44 pickleball courts in the facility with one championship court with some spectator seating as well. So we're not just building another regular pickleball facility over here. We're planning to build a top-notch pickleball facility in club style that can cater large tournaments, and we're planning to put tournament-style courts, rehab facilities for the players, workspaces, meaning if people want to work from the pickleball facility, we're going to put some conference rooms and quiet rooms as well for them to work from there. And we are also going to have a kids' play area and the families to enjoy over there. And we're also going to serve food and beverages if somebody wants to stay there for longer duration to play. So we're providing them all these facilities over there, amenities over there. So if we look at a couple of other facilities in Florida, in this area, and also outside of this area. So we're talking about Central Wind's pickleball facility. It's in Winter Springs. It has 14 outdoor courts. So that's the aerial view or the map for the facility. So this is Katy Way Pickleball Facility. It's in Winter Park with 8 courts. All these courts are outdoor. This is Leapy Moore Pickleball Facility in Sanford, Florida. So this has 6 outdoor courts. Grovio Pickleball Sanford, it has 6 outdoor courts. This is one of the largest pickleball facility on the planet right now. So this has 60 outdoor courts. It's in Naples, Florida. Yes. So that's all I got today about the project. So if you guys have any questions or comments, please feel free.
All right, I'm going to let the public comments, and then we might have you come back up, okay?
Thank you, guys.
All right, we're going to open the public hearing. First one is, and you have 5 minutes total. Kelly Welsh. Welsh.
Mr. Mayor, can we make sure that we hear where people live relative to the pickleball when they speak?
Where they live?
Yeah.
They don't give their addresses.
I can tell you.
They used to have to.
I know, but
Okay, thank you.
Hi,
go ahead.
Kelly Walsh, 1005 Featherstone Circle. As the president of the Hammocks HOA and a dedicated educator here in Ocoee, I stand before you today in full support of our residents. I do not support the rezoning of this property to allow for a commercial outdoor recreational facility. This is not about a few pickleball courts like what you might find in an HOA or park. This is about the potential for a large-scale intrusive noise which threatens to disrupt our residents' quality of life. Additionally, we are concerned about diminished property value, loss of community character, and more that could arise from such a development. I simply cannot imagine any decibel level that would be tolerable for the sanity of our community when subjected to up to 15 hours of noise each day. If we are even going to entertain this proposal, it should come with strict requirements for a fully enclosed, properly sound mitigated facility. Our residents deserve nothing less than peace and tranquility in their own neighborhood. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Next is Lisa Stinson.
Hi, it's Lisa Stinson, 857 Hummocks Drive. I just want to start by saying that I have no issues with pickleball as a sport. It's great. I've played pickleball. I've got young children. What I do have an issue with is the noise that it's going to create. So I'm here today to express my strong opposition about the rezoning. And I feel your role in this decision is pivotal for our community. Living in Ocoee has been a source of joy for me and my family, particularly my children who have some special needs. They love exploring our unique surroundings filled with wetlands, trees, retention areas, and the hilly streets in our neighborhood provide a beautiful backdrop for activities like walks, playtime, and community socializing. So let's talk about pickleball. You saw the positives. I'd like to discuss the negatives. It's a loud paddleboard sport, sorry, I'm a bit nervous, known for its impulsive noise. These sudden sharp bursts of sound, when played intensively or near residential areas, can be piercing and disruptive. The sharp, percussive pop, pop, pop sound of a paddle, along with the players' vocalizations, the cheering, the shouting, disrupt nearby environments. And there have been hundreds of complaints all over the cities, all over the country about this noise. The proposed facility is substantial, as you can see. It's not just a few courts in the middle of a park. Similar competitive facilities operate long hours, usually 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. or later as Ocoee's ordinance goes later. This will subject our neighborhood, other neighborhoods, and surrounding businesses up to 15 hours of repetitive, high-frequency noise every day. The developer's plan includes installing 44 courts, where over half of these are outdoors. Now, they are covered, but they're not 100% indoors. Studies have shown that this cover may not effectively reduce the noise. It could even worsen it by bouncing it around. Regardless of how the building is positioned, with our area's unique topography, with its trees, wetlands, and retention areas, it will act as an acoustical amplifier, intensifying the noise levels from court activities and making it a challenge for everybody locally to concentrate, relax, or enjoy their homes. Distance may help mitigate some sound levels, but it will not mitigate the frequency of impacts, and not for the number of courts proposed. The site is just not big enough to achieve what the developer wants. Our city zoning regulations are in place to safeguard the health, safety, and welfare of our community. They prohibit building if it causes issues with surrounding areas, and our noise ordinances do recognize both perceived and impulsive noise. Rezoning for outdoor pickleball courts of this magnitude would undoubtedly violate these codes and ordinances. Chronic exposure to impulsive noise can have serious long-term consequences on health and well-being. This is why I urge you to vote no on this proposal. Before any decisions are made, it is crucial to conduct feasibility studies, an environmental impact study, as well as a sound impact study by a professional acoustical engineer. We as residents don't have the power to stop a developer, but we rely on you as our commissioners to advocate for our needs and preserve our community's quality of life. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, ma'am. Ellen Staples.
Good evening. Eileen Staples, 859 Hammocks Drive. I wish to speak in opposition to the requested special exemption for the indoor-outdoor pickleball complex in the C2 Community Commercial District. I have played USTA tennis for over 20 years and have belonged to several racket clubs. I have also played pickleball multiple times. As a lifelong participant in sports, I do support additional athletic facilities in Ocoee. However, this parcel of land is not where this should be built. 44 pickleball courts less than 500 feet from my property will destroy the serenity of the neighborhood. The Hammocks is a peaceful neighborhood. My husband and I bought our house because of this, and the conservation area behind us. We did not buy in a neighborhood which offered tennis, pickleball, or outdoor facilities for a reason. Building this facility on the proposed land will bring intolerable noise for a minimum of 13 hours a day. This is unfair to the residents of the hammocks as well as the neighborhood of Crestwood Heights. It will also reduce the value of the neighborhood's properties. Please ask yourself if your house was less than 500 feet from 44 pickleball courts, 24 of them are not enclosed, making the sounds of the game that it does for 13 hours a day, would you and your family enjoy it? I rather doubt it. Please support us in opposing this exception and find other land more conducive to the project. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. One quick question, Mike. What's the distance from the back of the hammocks to that point?
Mayor, Mike Roomer, Development Services Director, is if as the site plan was shown with the outdoor courts on the northern end, the most corner house from property to property, 460. From building to patio of the house, almost 1/8 of a mile. The rest of the houses are about 1/8 of a mile from the facility.
All right, all right.
And obviously, if you move the courts to the south side, they would be well over.
Okay,
1/8.
all right. Lily Cordell?
Good evening. And first, I want to thank all of you for all that you do every day to make our community lovely and a safe place to live. I also don't have any objection to bringing recreational activities to Ocoee. I think it's a wonderful idea. However, I object to rezoning this parcel of land to an outdoor recreational facility. It's zoned right now for commercial, but not for outdoor recreational. And I believe that putting an outdoor recreational facility of this massive magnitude will create a negative impact on the community, not just the neighborhood that I live in, the hammocks, but surrounding areas because of the high frequency, high-pitched, frequent noises, for one. And it's also that massive amount of people, and I'm sure you fully hope to get lots of people there for competitions and things. That's going to bring an enormous amount of traffic to an area that is already highly congested, where Clark Road goes to West Colonial and to the 408. And it just seems hard to imagine that that's going to be not going to impact the Ocoee community that uses Clark Road and Colonial daily for their commutes to their work and activities. The other thing, I had a question, why do we need to have outdoor courts? Can they just use indoor courts for their facility, that would fit in with the way that the property is currently zoned? So that was one question that I had. And I'm trying to think of what the benefit to the entire Ocoee community would be to allow this as an outdoor recreational facility that seems much more appropriate to be in a park setting versus this city setting that it's in. So that was a question that I had. And I saw that they're planning on having beverages and food, and it's a social thing. That sounds great. But no one mentioned, are they planning on serving alcohol in this cafe? Because if that's the case too, an huge outdoor facility with lots of people drinking and pickleballing is going to be quite loud from the participants and the observers. And I didn't see where there would be any restrictions on the hours of the play. And I know typically in Ocoee you have to even stop construction because of the impulsive, high-frequency noises by 7 p.m. So those were questions that I had, and I respectfully asked. I hope that you will deny the rezoning of this, because I think it will have a negative impact on our community as a whole. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Daniel Stinson.
Daniel Stinson, 857 Hammocks. Sorry, I need my glasses. First, I would like to say that my family and I love Ocoee. We could have lived anywhere in Central Florida. We chose to live in Ocoee. After researching the area, we made the choice to purchase our home in the Hammocks neighborhood. Our home borders the conservation area, and this was one of the deciding factors of our choice to purchase our home. We enjoy the peaceful nature of the conservation behind our home. I do not support the rezoning of the commercial property. This project will impact our home, our neighborhood, our health and well-being, as well as the value of our home. I feel disheartened that our city has not done its due diligence before recommending approval to the commissioners. We are asking you to protect the homeowners. This commission has been presented with ample evidence regarding the noise associated with pickleball, drawn from factual accounts across the nation, not merely subjective opinions. After researching the proposed project, we quickly discovered what will happen if this project is approved. Not only will our neighborhood be directly affected, other neighborhoods and businesses would also feel the impact. We have no issues with pickleball. We're not against the sport. What we are against is 44-court championship level pickleball complex being so close to our residences. Players will get to visit the facility, play their game, create a nuisance, disturb the peace, shout, cheer, and socialize, then go to their home, their nuisance-free neighborhoods. This is not a formula for a cohesive community. The conservation area beside the proposed build site will also be affected by this type of complex. The conservation area has many inhabitants, including black bear, coyote, foxes, bobcats, and all manner of migratory and non-migratory birds. We have several protected species of hawks and kestrels that also live in this area. The noise of this type of complex will certainly have a negative effect on this wetland area. The home values of our neighborhoods will plummet if this type of complex is in our backyard. No one will want to purchase our homes due to the constant and unrelenting noise created by the sport. Please take a moment and think about this type of championship complex if it is going to be built 400 feet behind your residence. Thank you very much.
Thank you. William Cordell.
Good evening. Thank you, Mayor, Commissioners. Appreciate all that you do for our community. I'd like to begin just real quick. Excuse me. How many people here, if by show of hands, play pickleball? Just, okay, there's a few of you. How many of you here love pickleball? Okay, all right, a few less. Okay. I'm sorry, I should have included you. How many up here love pickleball, or how many of you have played pickleball?
I've had 2 back surgeries lately and a knees replacement.
All right. Well, you used to be a heck of a racquetball player at one time, I know that.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, my point being, pickleball is the fastest growing sport in America. It is it's like wildfire. It's great. I think it's wonderful. And I think what your drawings show, as far as the indoor facility, looks marvelous. And I applaud that, and I hope that you can get that built. I think that's going to be beautiful. I think it would be a boon to the community. Absolutely. Why not? However, there are a couple sticking points. Why does there have to be 44 courts? Why do they have to be outdoor courts? Why not go and have an entire indoor facility with the accommodating parking? That's the one thing I kept hearing over and over again, is that there's an average of 4. I mean, that's the ideal average, but you can allow 3.3 to 4 as far as parking is concerned. And I got a question about that. So, I was wondering, has there been a DOT study requested to accomplish the regarding anticipated traffic congestion due to both the Wawa and the pickleball going in the same area, close proximity to one another, in an overtaxed intersection of Clark Road, Colonial Drive, and the 408 entrance and exit? Both businesses are going to produce nonstop traffic 7 days a week. That means they're going to be coming and going all the time from the beginning they open up till they close. I would imagine this would also require a far greater influx of U-turns on both Clark Road and Colonial in order to access the only 2 entrances onto Jacob Nathan and Matthew Pears Boulevard. Is the city preparing proactively for the resultant delays, or will that just be whatever it'll be and we'll have to deal with that at a later time? All of this is going to impact not only homeowners in the close proximity, but everybody who has to drive down Clark Road, take Colonial, or get on the 408. Are you prepared for backups on the 408? When we have a big tournament here, people aren't going to just come from Ocoee. They're going to come from surrounding areas all around the Florida, maybe all around the United States. I hope so. It highlights our community, but are we going to have the proper parking for it? 4 spaces? I invite the mayor and the commissioners all to go to the Winter Springs. We went up there, beautiful facilities, all outdoors. They've got 7 spaces per court of 14 courts. That's 56 people. And guess what? I was wondering, well, how come that was packed at the time we went? It was a Friday evening. It's the cool of the day. Lots of people are there. It's on the weekend. It's about to be the weekend. Well, it turns out that everybody drives themselves. They don't come together in groups. There's family members there to watch. There's friends there to watch. There's people waiting to get on court. So you've got an influx. There were hardly any spaces at all, even having 7. And 7 spaces, I'm sorry. We're talking about 44 courts, 176 people, a minimum of 176 spaces. That's not considering the fact that people are going to come, if this is a state-of-the-art facility, they're going to come to hang out, to go to the cafe, to be inside, enjoy. That's why people are going to come, because it's going to be inside, not outside. But you have the outdoor courts. That creates a whole nother issue, and that's the sound issue. So I just wonder, I saw the Planning and Zoning Commission meeting, and I was a little disappointed because only one question came up, and that was, what about the emergency in and out? And then it was shouted down, or actually just spoken down. The fire marshal approved it. Okay, how can the fire marshal approve something if he doesn't know the number of spaces that are going to actually be there? We all know about site plans and how they can change in a heartbeat. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Catherine Carpenter.
Hi there. I'm Catherine Carpenter. I live at 1112 Wineberry Court in the Hammock subdivision. The irony of me being here is not lost on me. I play pickleball probably 4 to 5 times a week. I do love the sport. It is a fantastic sport. And I think that everybody has brought up a big concern that all of you need to take very seriously, and that is the noise level. My particular property probably will not hear the noise, but I'm here to represent the entire subdivision. And what you haven't heard is why it's going to be loud. A pickleball is kind of like a wiffle ball, and the paddle is a short little paddle. And when you hit it in the center, it makes a loud popping noise. When you hit it hard in the center, it
Hey,
makes an
sir.
even louder popping noise, okay? And my concern is if this is club level play, they're gonna be hitting it hard, and they are very good at what they do, and that means that they hit it in the center of the paddle. So it's going to be loud popping, a lot. And maybe there's gonna be some people at a lower level playing there, but with this kind of a facility, there's going to be a lot of very, very good players there, especially on a tournament weekend or whatever. There's going to be a lot of noise. I also am concerned about the retention pond area that is right next to it. If there is water in that retention pond, we all know noise travels across water even more. So these homes that are right adjacent to it are going to get even more noise. I feel like you as commissioners owe it to the residents to go out and visit some pickleball courts and just listen, or maybe even step away from it 400 feet and see what you're hearing. The ones out in Winter Garden, the veterans, that's 10 courts. I go out there all the time. I can't imagine 20 courts, the noise level from 20 courts. It would be a lot more, obviously. I think that you guys owe it to the residents to go out and hear what pickleball really is before you make a decision on this. If you can put this decision on hold, I think it's your responsibility to do that, because I am definitely opposed to the changing in the zoning. I think that it could all be indoors and we'd all be happy. Thanks for your time.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay, that's the last of the cards here. So we'll move it back, close the public hearing, bring it back.
Give the applicant an opportunity to respond.
If you'll let me finish.
Yes, sir.
Huh? I'm going to bring the applicant back up. All right?
I thought you had 8.
Huh?
I thought you had 8. I'm sorry. That was 7. Never mind.
The applicant want to come back up, answer questions?
My name is Ravan Tumala. I'm the project manager. So one of the concern that was brought today, we've heard this concern about the noise. We met with a couple of residents last Friday. We've actually told them what all steps we're going to take to reduce the noise level. When playing pickleball, definitely there is noise. I'm not denying it. Okay, but with the distance, this noise level is going to reduce. And apart from that, we are also planning to put some noise varying equipment at the facility, even on the outdoor courts, so that those equipment or the pads actually, or the mesh actually absorbs some of the sound or the noise, so that reduces the noise a lot. And also we agreed to consider the option of moving the outdoor courts to the south of the property and the covered and indoor courts towards the north of the property. So the distance between the residential area and the outdoor courts is going to increase, or it's going to be more than 800 feet. So, and also we talked about reducing the hours of operations depending on the demand of the players. So we even said that, hey, we can reduce the hours of playing till 8 p.m. on the outdoor courts, and let all the players play only on the indoor courts after 8 p.m. If that's an option, definitely that will be considered as well. So those are the things that we discussed on Friday with the residents, and we are open for any kind of suggestions that we get from the residents or even anybody in this room to reduce the noise level, and we're open for that.
All right, I'm gonna let the commissioners now ask their questions.
Go ahead.
You can go first. It's in your.
Well, yes, I live in the hammocks. Say that right up front. The folks who it's gonna mostly affect are the folks in the back of the hammocks. Noise is the issue. What we would have to live with in that neighborhood. I think I do wanna hear what other commissioners have to say, because I have some other things to say at this point. I did go out and look at some pickleball facilities over the weekend. They are loud. Not as large as the ones that you're planning. I do appreciate that you're willing to invert the facility from the north to the south, but still it does not address the issue of noise at this point enough for me. And I don't think it does for the residents here from the neighborhoods. I'd like to hear the other commissioners, but I do have some more things to say.
Thank you.
You want me to go? I'm not clear on where you're from. Is your company located in Ocoee?
My company is currently not located in Ocoee.
Are you in Florida?
Yes, we are in Florida.
Okay. You showed us in your presentation, you showed us 5 other pickle courts.
Yeah.
Do you own or operate those pickle courts?
No, we do not operate those pickleball facilities.
What's the relationship to your presentation then? Why are they in there?
I'm just showing what other facilities are in Florida.
Okay. You showed one in Naples. You showed a large one in Naples.
Correct.
Do you own or operate that?
No, I do not own or operate that.
You met with residents, you said.
Yes.
And several of them asked questions, repeated them, and said they haven't gotten answers. So I'm going to get some answers for them. Are you planning to sell alcohol?
Yes.
Can people bring their own beer and stuff?
No.
Okay. Why not make them all indoor courts?
So 2 reasons. First reason is people love to play pickleball outdoors as well with the natural light. So that's one reason we wanted to have a couple of outdoor courts or covered courts. And the second reason is the financial aspect of it. So if we put all outdoor courts, the cost of the project is going to double, or if not more than twice, it's going to be twice of it. So those are the 2 reasons. And the project will not be financially viable if we put all the courts indoor.
And you are planning to have tournaments?
Once a month, yes.
Okay, and is it true that if I want to play pickleball, I need 3 parking spaces, but if I have a tournament, I need 7? What sort of, do people go watch people play pickleball? Or?
So 4 of my friends go from Sanford to a facility called Clear One Sports. They go in one car. Me and my wife, we go to play play pickleball in one car.
I have heard a pickleball court. There's one right by the 10th tee that I like to play. It drives me nuts. It's within 100 feet. The decibel level, I read the packet. I did some research. It says over 400 feet, there's not a problem. Did you calculate the water, transferring the noise? Have you done a study? Did you do a traffic study, et cetera? Those questions were brought up.
There's technical analysis on the sound or noise has not been done, but we are open to onboard an acoustic engineer during the project tenure or when we submit the site plan, and we'll take their opinion and we take all their suggestions to put in place to reduce the noise level. As far as the traffic study, yes, we did the traffic study.
Okay, I get that. That's your job. One more question. Did you study or do you have information about the impact on the values of the homes that was brought up?
Yeah, definitely. So when I moved to Florida first, I moved to Lake Nona in 2016. You guys know what Lake Nona is in 2016 and what it is now. So one of the biggest player over there is the USA Tennis Association, right? So one of the reasons why the prices have gone up for the homes is people want to move closer to the facility. People want to move closer to where they want to play tennis. So we think that having a pickleball facility here will bring the property price, will increase the property prices.
Do you think that's across the board, or do you think that's probably relative? For example, if I live on the edge of the hammocks and I'm subjected to the noise, mine might go down. But if I live in the center and I can't hear it, but I'm 5 minutes away, it might go up.
So if you're in the house and somebody is playing pickleball next to your house, you hear nothing. If you come outside of your house to walk your dog or something, definitely you hear the pickleball noise.
Thank you for answering the question.
So one more quick comment, sir. So when you asked me about the organization that we run a group called the Golden Paddle Pickleball Club. We run very big tournaments across Florida and also outside Florida. So all our tournaments bring about, right now, with the limited facilities that we have in Florida, right now they bring about 350 to 400 players to participate in the tournament.
Okay, thank
That's
you.
my relationship with pickleball, and that's what we do right now.
I think I tried to write down and answer the questions that people said they couldn't get answers to, so I hope that covers it.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
Yeah, it would seem to me that you're trying to add more courts than the lot can feasibly, tolerate. I would think that if you did away with the 12 courts on top and converted that to parking, and then covered the other 12 courts that you have there, that would answer all the questions. I can understand about the noise complaint. Pickleball, off the top of my head, doesn't sound like it would create, that much of a tremendous sound problem, but I'm sure it does. You know what a perfect place for this facility would be? Was inside one of the vacant anchor stores across the street in the West Oaks Mall.
So
There's a couple of anchor stores in there that I don't think they're doing much of anything, and it would facilitate your whole program here, and it would be a destination to go to.
for sure.
So I'm in favor of reducing the size of it, and I would like to see it all enclosed.
Okay, first question on the parking. So on a regular basis, to accommodate the regular players on a daily basis, we are talking to, if this parking is not sufficient, so we're talking to our neighbors as well. At the funeral home, they have empty parking spots every day. There's nobody over there except when there's an event over there. So we are going to come up with an understanding with them once the site plan is approved and once the project is kicked off. We're going to come out with a formal agreement with them to use their parking spaces. And also when we have big events or tournaments, we want to use the parking that's at the mall and run a bus from there to our facility to move the spectators or the players from the parking lot from the mall to our facility. So on a daily basis, we think the parking would be sufficient. The parking that we have on site would be sufficient for the regular players on a daily basis. One of the examples that's brought by one of the members here is about the Winter Springs having 7 parking spots per court. That may be correct, but Winter Park facility is not just for pickleball. It's a very bigger park, and there are a lot of other sports involved. So I tried to run a tournament over there, and they said that they can only give me 8 courts out of 14 courts because they cannot accommodate parking for all the players.
Okay.
Sounds like we have a big issue with sound and the noise that would probably disturb the residents in the area. Even if it's been inverted to the south side, there's still going to be an element of noise. I did some research on pickleball, and it is actually the fastest growing sport in the United States. It was 158% over the past 3 years. There's certainly some benefits. There's the physical benefit of being able to exercise is a big benefit. Also, the socialization is also a benefit. Networking, as well as for some senior citizens, is a sense of belonging to the community. So there was a lot of positive things I did read about pickleball. I have not played pickleball myself. I have watched it on TV. I've watched the sport grow. I've watched it to the point where it's been discussion about being an Olympic sport. Yeah. So I think pickleball is great. I think that having a pickleball facility in the city of Ocoee is definitely going to enhance our city as far as bringing in folks to the city to spend money, to bring in some non-taxable revenue into the city, and I think that's great. But on one hand, I look at this facility and I look at where this facility is being placed. I think about traffic. I think about getting in and out. Parking is definitely an issue. I've kind of watched this through the planning and zoning. I've read all the information on it, and parking was definitely a major concern. One of the major concerns to me was the fact that we're starving for more retail and restaurants in our city. And I'm looking at this location, and it's zone C2 right now, and it's right in the middle of an area of it's pretty much a hot spot, almost a donut hole, where you have Highway 50 and you have Clark Road, and you have the 408 right there, and I see a lot of traffic going through there, which could be somewhat of a retail destination as far as sit-down restaurants, something that we are longing for, even more national brands to come to our city to enhance the retail economic value of our city. But I think that this is a great facility, but I just don't like the idea of where it's located. I have to agree with Commissioner Fershner. I think that another location may be a solution to this issue here. But again, I still think that pickleball is a great sport, and I think it's going to be a great enhancement to the city. I just think that we should probably look at another location and maybe reserve this area right here for everyday use for everyone, that they want to maybe go sit down to the restaurant and maybe do some shopping at a national brand.
Sure, even any
All right.
project, sorry.
The restaurant business is nothing, that's something we can't make happen. We try it happen, it'll happen eventually when you get enough people to come to places, stuff. But we can't make the restaurants show up. You can easily say, oh yeah, we want restaurants there. I've been hearing that for the last 15 years and we don't seem to get them. But I don't understand why. We all spend money on them and also, but you got to look at all the issues here. And I don't take it wrong for what I'm going to say. I'm going to tell you a few things here that I've sit and talked to people that want to develop those properties. Those properties are going to be commercial or apartments is what they're trying to put in. Now, I looked at a set of plans, and if I'm not mistaken, it was close to 700 apartments. Do you want apartments there too? I mean, or is there going to be nothing go there? You know, I'm just giving you the overall view here, folks, because something's going to go there. You know, it's either going to be a commercial, and when we did that shopping center, none of the rest of them were here. We did that shopping center, mall. We had the community come in and all that stuff. That whole side where you're talking about now was supposed to be commercial, every bit of it. It was supposed to be with another million-something square foot of commercial in there, which never happened because everything kind of went kaput. But I'm just going to, I'm telling you, and it's, I would say if you did any, you'd need to put them, I don't know why you'd put them on the north side and not on the south side to start with. But I also, and Commissioner Kennedy, you said, where are you from? Well, most businesses we got in this town are not from Ocoee. I don't hold nothing against somebody because they're from somewhere else. Businesses, just like talking about restaurants. You're not going to get anybody living in town here to put a restaurant in. It's coming from somewhere else. So you can't penalize the gentleman and them for spending money on 6.5 acres or whatever it is. I mean, come on, folks. I mean, the issue is sometimes you should buy the other property behind you or side of you if you don't want anything else to come there. I think Hammocks is a beautiful place. I looked to buy there years ago when I bought mine. I couldn't afford it. So, but, you know, what do you think's going there if we don't have something like this? This is going to generate restaurants. That's what it will generate. It will generate restaurants and activities like that. You can't just say, okay, we're going to put these over here in the park. Well, the parks are all around neighborhoods. What are you going to do there? You going to make it quit? You talking about putting them in parks? What are you going to do to the neighbors that live around those? Tell them to forget it. We don't want them in the other area, but we're going to put them in this area. That don't work either. I mean, there's got to be ways, and everybody sitting up here knows full well that there's a traffic study done when you do these projects. It's got to be. When the site plan comes, that'll also dictate what happens there. So they're all the negative stuff, but you got to look at some of the positive stuff. I'm telling you, I looked at plans and I couldn't believe it, what they want to put up behind the hammocks all the way down. So something's coming there eventually, folks. It's going to happen. So, and it is a great place, but that's going to change somewhere down the line because the people are trying to, somebody's got a contract on it, I think, right now, if I'm not mistaken, all that land beside you and down. But there's ways, maybe working it where we can cut them down some or, change the parking from down, not the parking, but the lighted ones up like Commissioner Firstner said on the north side to the south side. I mean, I don't play pickleball. My son plays pickleball. I know a gentleman that's, he built one in his yard, in a backyard. He built a regulation pickleball. I guess it's supposed to be for older people, I guess. But I watched them on TV one day, and there ain't no way I'd be doing that. They were fast, so I wouldn't want to be doing it, but that's the way it is. And like I said, I don't know, no matter what I think goes in that part there, the hammocks are not going to like it. So I can tell you right now, no matter what goes in that land, we'll have a crowd back here again. So you can shake your head all you want. That's what's going to happen. Somebody's going to come there to build something somewhere down the line. Let me finish.
Yes, sir.
So everybody talks, everybody does it. I'm not telling you what I'm going to do till I put my finger up there to do it. So, but the distance to me, the distance from the top of that, especially if you moved it, there's a lot of land, a lot of trees, and a lot of woods in between that and the hammocks. A lot of it. So I don't see how the noise is going to be that much. I go to the tennis court and I hear them beating the ball around too. So, like I said, I think everybody needs to think, don't get scared about, not doing this or doing that, but you got to understand something's going there eventually. Somewhere down the line, this gentleman bought the land. He didn't rent it. He bought it. Now, the people at the mall, we'd all like to see something go in the mall, but it seems to me like they don't care. We've tried everything we can to get them to do things, and they don't want to do it. We don't own it. We can't tell them what to put in there. All right, Commissioner, go ahead.
I wanted to allow Mike Roomer to address some of the things you brought up, if he's standing.
All right, now, I didn't give you one time.
Wait, I asked.
I know.
I asked if I'd like to come back after I
Ain't
listen
gotta
to the
worry.
commissioners. Thank you.
Okay.
Mayor, Mike Roomer, Development Services Director. Just want to clear a couple things up. Number one is this is not a rezoning. The special exception means this use is allowed unless we find a detriment to a neighboring property. So it's not a rezoning. This property is commercial. This is a commercial subdivision. This is a commercial subdivision that is borders on a 6-lane arterial road and a 4-lane arterial road. This is a commercial property. The trips are already baked into the commercial subdivision. This is not bringing new trips. This is actually a de minimis in the amount of trips on 6 acres of commercial. I do want to state we have 1.2 million square feet of mall space that could have that has beer, wine, alcohol, that has trips generated that are not being used. As you said, on the west side of Clark Road is another 900,000 square foot. All that commercial can go in without any just a basic site plan approval. So this is not a discussion on trips. The trips are there. It's a commercial property. If this were ag land or residential land and we were rezoning it to commercial to do this, yes, trips are an appropriate discussion point, but that's not here. I want to say the reason the building was on the south, the enclosed courts were on the south side were because I wanted that building to be prominent when you're on 50, when you're in that retail mix, when you have the Wawa, whatever the space is behind the Wawa. If you recall, the parcel that has the Wawa since early 2000 had a requirement that had 9,000 square feet of restaurant space and 20,000 square feet of retail, nothing built. And we amended that to allow the Wawa. So we have all of this commercial with the building Mr. Sal built. I wanted that building to be up front and be noticed. If we're going to do it, we're going to do it right. We want to have the best pickleball facility that we can. This is about 24 outdoor courts. It's not about 44. They're inside a building. Just like if you had a go-kart track inside a building, you're not talking about the go-kart noise. So 24 courts is the issue we're talking about. And we looked at it and evaluated. We cannot use, as part of a special exception, you saw the criteria, we cannot use property values. The hammocks does not drive by this facility to go to their subdivision. The hammocks doesn't border this property. The hammocks has a drainage tract, and they have a big conservation tract in between, and there's a city of Ocoee tract. So when you look at adjacentness, it is not adjacent. So that checked item off our list. And we're talking about 24 courts at most being outdoor. There is not, like we have transportation criteria, we have the ITE that talks about the basic, the use and how many trips are with that. The way they get those ITE trips is they have studies going back from the 60s to the 2000s, and they show you all these studies, and they have a generated trip off of use. We don't have that ability with sound on what one pickleball court or 14 or 20, and is it bordered, is there trees, is there a wall? So we don't have that criteria to look at. What we know is it's not a 44-court outdoor pickleball facility. It's 24 courts based off this plan that we are talking about. So I just wanted to provide that clarification to kind of say the trips are off the table. Commercial property. The mall's not even generating near the amount of trips it can, and with the property adjacent to it. So this is not a new commercial property, and it's not a rezoning. This use is appropriate unless, like a daycare, a church, a school, outdoor recreation, unless you can show that it's going to harm the person next to them or they can't use their property, and that did not check our list. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Any more comments? Scott, you were talking.
I do.
All right.
Okay, I do. You know, I have no problem with pickleball. And I think we're excited about having pickleball in the community. There's a lot of pickleball players. I've researched the topic after receiving input from citizens, and I attended a meeting with Mr. Rumor, some citizens, and the developer last week. I also went and visited some local pickleball facilities, and some of them were loud. I have a tremendous amount of concern expressed to me from our residents to the neighborhood to the northwest, which is the hammocks, of this proposed facility. The big concern that I'm hearing from everyone is noise. The issue is that we're deciding if an outdoor recreation can be allowed as a special exemption. Given the number of courts proposed here and the fact that the layout of this plan places the outdoor court facing the neighborhood, I can't support that special exception without some assurance and conditions, and I'm going to look at the residents who spoke as I go on with my next comment. If I was to vote yes for this special exception, I would propose the following items. When they come back with a site plan, the net sound pollution will not exceed that of an indoor facility, which means the outdoor facility would not create any more noise than the indoor facility. Based on a sound contour study and the use of appropriate proven acoustical outdoor mitigation measures. And I want you to think about that as I look out there and look at the residents. If they would not create, and this would come back with the site plan, if they would not create any added noise than what would be with an indoor facility, would that be appropriate? That is, again, I'm putting these things on the record right now to say this, asking the applicant those issues, that they would also turn the facility from the the portion of the project facing the neighborhood to the northwest shall be fully enclosed portion, which again means they would invert the facility to have the outdoor facility on the Highway 50 side, the indoor facility on the hammocks and the retention pond side. I have been out there. There's a couple houses that in the back of the neighborhood that have no trees, no protection from the sound. They sit on a retention pond, and it's quite a large retention pond. And yes, what Mayor said, there is an area there that I think the hammocks all know that's a high density, and there's someone right now that's looking to put in some apartments and townhomes and residential on the opposite side, on the highway, on the Clark Road side. But again, turning it, and the noise mitigation, if it was no louder than the indoor facility, which they're allowed to have, would that be something that the neighborhood would feel appropriate? And based on the sound study, the percentage of indoor to outdoor shall be apportioned appropriately, which means when they come back with the site plan, that if they cannot put the amount of facility, the outdoor that they want, is that something that is accommodating? Am I losing anyone here, but it's, again, if they can't fit that amount on there of the outdoor, they would have to come to an appropriate amount. But again, when I've spoke to the neighbors, it's noise, noise, noise. But if they will accommodate that, that's something that I'd like us to consider. And I don't know if I'm getting that comment. If they were making no more noise than they could with what they are allowed, if we can't say they can't put that indoor facility in that area right now. That's not on the table. It's the outdoor facility. Am I correct, Mike? That's what the exception is for, that it's that outdoor side. But if they were able to mitigate the noise to where it was no more than the indoor facility, is that something that we would be considering at this point? And that's, because something is gonna go there one day. We know that. It's a commercial lot. And, you know, I have had many sleepless nights lately over this. I will tell you, at 3:30 this morning, I was up thinking about this. And it's not, as in the first time. But if they were able to do that with the noise, and that's something I'm asking you, are any of these things possibilities?
So the
Or
first-
they are not just possibilities, I want to know that, yes, this would happen.
And let me interject first, just so for the audience, so they know the next step. The next step is a preliminary site plan. It can be combined with the final, but that, because we have the square footage of use, that would come back through the public hearing, just as we're hearing it today, just as we'll see more documents then. That will come back in the public hearing for the next step as well. So they will see that. Just wanted to clarify that.
Clarified, but what I'm asking is, can you accommodate that and guarantee the residents that you are not going to make any added noise than what, on the outdoor facility to what you're going to get from the indoor facility, that you are allowed?
So the indoor facility, obviously, they have walls. So walls definitely are the top noise barriers. So it varies like 99% of the noise for sure. So with the covered courts, I'm definitely, I mean, to be honest, technically it's not possible to reduce the noise to 99% down. So, but we will use all the equipment that we can put at the facility. We'll onboard an acoustic engineer, take their suggestions to put any kind of barrier to reduce the noise. Any kind of barrier that's in the market on that particular day, we're going to use that. But the second suggestion was to invert the courts. Yes, definitely we can do that. Put the indoor courts on the north and the covered courts toward the south of the property, towards the East Colonial Drive.
Are you willing, if you're not able to accommodate all of the outdoor facilities, are you at the point where you would reduce that? If the site plan comes back and says that you cannot have 24 outdoor, is it 24 or 25 outdoor, it'll be 25 outdoor, because you're having 19 indoor with a total of 44, which makes that 25 outdoor courts?
Definitely, we can look at that option. So we're pretty much open for that. So as long as the project cost doesn't go drastically up, as long as the project is financially viable, we'll definitely able to do that.
Can I ask a question?
Oh,
When I first heard of this, there was more indoor than there were outdoor.
That is correct, sir. So
What happened to that?
So the demand for outdoor courts is increasing a lot, and a lot of players want to play outdoors as well in the natural light. So that's one reason we increase the number of outdoor courts. And if we want to go back to that plan, we definitely will get the new plans ready, and we'll do that.
Well, what was the original indoor?
Original was half and half. Half of them were outdoor and half were indoor.
It was about 50 courts when we first started this. They were looking at 50 total courts.
Right. If you move it to the south and cut back on the outside part.
We'll definitely, I mean, I cannot give an answer on that right now because, I mean, we're open for that. We need to look at a lot of things to get that revised, to revise the number of courts. So definitely an option.
Is this something, may I ask? I'm sorry.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Is this something that we can continue? Because again, I'm not getting the reassurance with the questions I'm asking.
Yeah, your first point was you wanted a sound study submitted with the site plan that shows that whatever they do at the property line to the northwest is going to be the same as if it were just an enclosed.
Correct.
So you're talking about a sound study submitted with it.
Yes, we'll get that.
Is this something, I guess I'm not getting the reassurance that I thought I was getting, I was hoping to get from the beginning. Is this something that can be continued? This exception?
Certainly, this commission can do that, yes. But I think I just clarified that you were asking for the way you worded it, made it sound like you just wanted the after effect, but you want a sound study that shows that with their engineered plan. He said he agreed he would do a sound study with that.
Sound study, but it would not exceed that of I'm reading my notes here, not exceed that of an outdoor facility.
Yes.
So what I'm asking is, what's the issue if we continue this to, maybe to get some of the answers that we have? Would that be a possibility? I don't know, Craig, or you?
I was just going to, at the mayor's blessing, request that the city attorney advise the commission on their options.
Sure.
In a situation like this with regard to placing conditions or continuances, et cetera.
Absolutely. Certainly anyone, any commissioner here can move to table the item. That'd be, if there's a second and you take a vote, you could do that. I would say if you want to approve of the project, that says approval of a special exception application shall be granted by the city commission only upon a finding of, and then it goes through all the standards, including that the use will not result in noise, odor, glare, vibration, which is detectable at the property line, which exceeds the level which will result from permitted uses. And then it says, in approving a proposal, the city commission may attach appropriate conditions to ensure compliance with the provisions of this code. So those are some of your powers, so to speak.
May I make a motion?
Everybody through discussing it and asking questions, everybody?
Well, can I ask another question before you do that?
Sure, absolutely.
We are able to continue this for added information?
Of course, it is your prerogative to move to table any matter. Of course, you'll need a second and then a vote.
All right, Scott.
I'm a big believer in Cortez. Cortez burned his ships, and what I'm going to propose is to burn your ship. I'm going to make a motion to deny the special exception. So you are highly motivated to work with the city and the planning and the residents to get an indoor facility appropriately designed, and you're free from this to come back through the process, through the commission, with a plan that everyone loves. I think people generally like pickleball. They want recreation in the city, but you know what the issues are. And I think with respect, I think this plan is dead, and what I propose to do is help kill it to set you free for the next stage. So my motion is to deny the special exception and move forward.
Do I hear a second?
I'll second that motion. I agree with Commissioner Kennedy. With this reference to Cortez, this is a way for you to win. I mean, you burn the boats. You have no way to get back to the big one, so that means you have to win where you are. So if you bring a plan back that would satisfy the residents as well as this commission, I think that you would actually be able to win and have this facility in this location, even though I don't agree it should be there. But nonetheless, I still agree that pickleball is a great sport. And I'll make that second motion. I'll second that motion that we say no to this.
All right, motion made by Commissioner Kennedy, seconded by Commissioner Oliver. Any more comments?
I guess I also wanted, I was looking at, I was interested if you were able to give me some reassurance on my conditions here, and I'm not feeling that.
Maybe I did not understand your first condition correctly. So
We already have a motion and a second, so I look at the situation that I guess I wanted answers, and I'm not getting those answers. So I would hope you would, bring it back with those answers. That was my hope, but I'm just not feeling that at this point.
I agree, I don't. Can the attorney advise us on how long before he can come back?
Probably Mr. Rumor would best be able to answer this at 8 months.
We did 6 months under, when we had a rezoning, so this type of, it's not a rezoning case, but I think that falls under the same area. For a denial would be 6 months.
Okay, thank you.
All right, comments was, I would think that maybe the representatives from this neighborhood could get together also with, and Commissioner Wilson at a meeting or something with the developer. Hold on. And get together with the neighbors and you and come up with a thing, because believe it or not, something's coming there. That I don't think you want to see the apartments and stuff like that. That won't be a thing you want to see either, so.
That's what
I know we got to vote, but I know once again, if people keep bringing up, we want restaurants and we want all this, you're not going to get them without functions happening. When you get people here, they're not coming. If you don't get things that bring people in here to bring in, say if you bring in those people to play on the tournament, they're going to spend money at the mall, they're going to spend money at the restaurants, the ones we do have. So, I mean, that's what they're going to do. So just see if we can come up with a plan where it fits into everything. Because something's going in all that area there, because there's contracts out on it. So
That's why I was looking at for a continuance, Mayor. That was.
all right, so
but-
we need to, if you're going, this one will be the vote, no vote to do that, and then you can get back. I know it's going to take you 6 months, but I think if you take the time and work with staff and it's Commissioner Wilson's district and with the homeowners, set up a group and see if we can come up with something.
Sure, sir.
Take a comment, one of your residents.
I've closed the public hearing. You can't talk back there. If you want to come up to the podium, I'll open the public hearing just for 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Thank you, everybody.
Hold on. I got to go ahead. We got to vote now, so.
You got to vote. I was hoping to ask you a question before you voted. I'm sorry.
Is it? Can we do that?
The public hearing
I
is
don't know.
closed. The public hearing is closed.
I know the public hearing's closed. We can open it too.
Well,
I'll open the public hearing. Go ahead and make your comments. Where'd you go?
Bill,
Make it real quick. I got to get to the vote here.
Appreciate it. I had a question, I guess, for the planner, because I didn't fully understand, and also the commission. Your points are well taken. We understand things are going to happen. Life changes. We understand that. The question is, if this is an exemption that is allowed, it's an exemption to the zoning, because we all agreed, everybody agreed, that in enclosed facility, there's no issue whatsoever. However, if there's an exemption for the outdoor courts, what's to prevent the developer from coming back and say, well, financially it's not feasible to do the indoor.
And it gets turned down.
Can we do all outdoor courts? Or can we?
No, that would never happen.
Well, I mean.
But I'm not going to sit here and argue that.
Yeah, no, it's a question.
I'm just telling you, if you wouldn't pass this, it ain't going to pass that. I can tell you.
All right.
That's common sense.
Well, I like to think, exactly. I like to think common sense.
I got to vote up. We got to
we got to
vote.
vote, but
I got to vote. We got to
can't I
vote.
just, at this point, if there was.
Close the public hearing, bring it back.
If there was a continuance, that opens up
That
the
would've been a better
avenue.
thing to do.
No, I know, but if there's a continuance, does that open up the avenue for the residents to have the communication with the applicant?
That lets him move forward. We need to kill this
Okay.
and
All right,
let
let's
him come back.
All right.
Okay. I'm
What's,
just trying to make it to.
I know you are.
all right.
I hear you.
This vote has to be, we're voting against
Yeah, a yes vote is to deny the special exception.
and work on it with the citizens
sir.
and thing. All right, let's vote. Motion carries unanimously. Let's see if we can get together with them and work this out. All right?
Okay.
All righty. All right, going down to regular agenda, item number 13, notice of initial 3-year term ending for one regular member. Move alternate member to regular member and consideration of appointment to the Planning and Zoning Commission. We had two forms turned in, and one is for the, we'll fill the regular planning and zoning seat. And I have the other one that filled out the thing, the second one was Mr. Butler, who put in for the alternate.
Is it Miss Williams was my appointee.
Was that the one that's the name?
That's going off because she,
Well, we have two people turned in.
Right.
We're gonna put one that's been on the alternate, we're gonna move it up to the regular seat, and then we'll put Mr. Butler in, who's in your district, on the
as an alternate.
alternate.
I thought it was Crocker that was leaving.
No, I think it
I
was.
think it's, we had, Mike, tell, Melody, what's the name, Mr. VMG guy?
Okay, so there's a few things. So we have the reappointment of Member Forges because he has one more term left. The alternate member is asking to be moved up to the regular member position. That's Member Chacon. We have two applications that did come in. Member Crocker does not want to be reappointed. So we have a regular vacant seat in which we did have an application for Joaquin Galvin. And we received an additional application for Kelton Butler, and there is an alternate position seat that's also open. So we were presenting you what we had on file, which is Joaquin and Kelton's application. So we want you to consider Forges.
That's what I said.
Yep. So it's in the staff report. Forges to be reappointed, Chacon to be moved up to the regular position, and the mayor
We have a
is-
motion.
Who
So
is,
moved.
Yeah.
Motion made by Commissioner Forster for Mr. Joaquin as the
As the
regular
alternate.
Planning and Zoning Board member, and Mr. Butler as the alternate.
I thought you said Chacon.
No, he got off.
No, Chacon's moving up to a permanent.
Yeah, that's
member.
one.
Chacon, so
And
Forges
Crocker
would be
is coming off.
reappointed.
Yeah.
Chacon would take Crocker's
Yeah.
seat.
Yes.
And Joaquin would become the
Yeah,
alternate.
that's what,
Yes.
no, Joaquin becomes,
Joaquin's not on the board.
So-
He's applied to be the alternate.
So Member
No.
Levon's position, she cannot be reappointed.
Oh, you
So
didn't
there's-
mention that.
Sorry, there's two positions.
Got
So
it.
Member Levon's position, cannot be considered to be reappointed. She served her 2 terms.
all right,
it.
let's,
Okay.
And she's my appointee.
Makes sense.
all right. That
I'll
made the
second.
motion, you second it.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
vote.
Well, hold on a second. I think we need some clarity here. Who is the alternate and who is the regular member
I
between
just said
Mr.
3
Butler and
times
Mr.
what the
Galvin?
alternate is. Butler.
Okay,
Butler.
No, Wait, I think what we're doing, are we doing
Yeah.
first is moving Mr. Crocker
Got all
up?
in one motion.
I'll repeat it if you like.
That would probably be a good thing.
So we're moving,
Made the motion, you second.
we're seconding the motion to reappoint Member Forges, to have Chacon take Crocker's seat,
Correct.
to have Joaquin take Williams' seat, and for Butler to be the alternate.
Correct.
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 Let's vote.
Thank you.
We gonna vote now?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Got it together?
Motion carries. Commissioner Oliver abstained.
I pushed my button, it didn't work.
We need to reset.
We had to
My
reset.
button didn't work.
You can't
Well, let's
abstain.
vote again. Let's vote again.
You press the
Push your button.
I was gonna say, you can't abstain.
All right, carries unanimously. All right. All right, congratulations. All right, discussion and direction on holiday lighting. I got some good comments for that. You go. Yeah. Well, first of all, I would just like to say, if you're gonna get them, let's get ones that work. You know, let's find somebody that rents out the ones we get by that work. You had 8 of them on, Blueford out here that didn't work. So I mean, and we don't wanna wait till 2 weeks or a week before Christmas either.
Our game plan is 2 years ago, Mayor, we actually had every pole decoration working. We came back and upgraded our entire city, fortunately, to LED lights, and in the process, I'm monkeying around with a lot of the connections. And last year was not a great year for the holiday lighting. So that's why we're bringing this back. We want to get some direction now. We do have a game plan to go out and self-test in August all the holiday connections, so that we can give a list to do, to have them, give them time to make sure it's all done. We're also looking to get direction now so that we can look at some additional contracts. Maybe existing out there through our purchasing department, through their contacts, so we can get on the list and have not, and put some timeframes in there. So we're not waiting till the 1st of December before they show up.
Well, they didn't get up at the 1st of December.
We want them up hopefully right around Thanksgiving.
I think, but you need to put it out to bid for different people, because whoever we've used for the last 2 or 3 years, they don't work.
Unfortunately, the company that we had been using, who had been good, has been bought out by a conglomerate. And that's why we're bringing this forward, so we can
Yeah.
see what direction we want to go.
I also think that and Commissioner Kennedy, I know last year, we brought up other stuff to do with the, this firm that has the different things that you can put out that we didn't do, that we should have done. So we need to look at that also during the budget process.
Right now, I know the Parks Department is looking at expanding. This is just going to focus on the pole-mounted decorations.
All right. Okay. Anybody else got comments on that?
I was appointed by the board to go ahead and discuss this with Parks and, with Steve and
What
Public
board?
Works.
Recreation Board?
No, I was appointed by us.
Oh, did we?
Yes, you did. You asked, yes, you did. And that is why we've come up with some of the ideas that we had. I don't know if Steve wants to roll with the next pictures.
Sure, and I appreciate the Commissioner. I was going to mention that we did work together with input based on the commission direction. What you're seeing on the picture now is pretty much what we've had throughout the city. You'll find this up on Clark Road, Worston 80 Mims, Silver Star, and South McGuire. Little dated. It's been more of a traditional look that the city's been using for more than 10 years. What we currently have on McKee and Blueford are these decorations, which are upgraded a couple of years ago so that they tie in with the new City Hall decorations. It's not a random set. They've got a lot of compliments on that. We're proposing to keep those to just designate the area a little different and tie in with the rest of City Hall decorations, a more traditional look. What we're looking to put throughout the city, the other areas except for McGuire, we've got a little different in McGuire, is we're proposing the number one option here, the blue and white star, to have a standard look throughout the city instead of, so when people pull in, they're like, oh, I must still be in Ocoee. Look at this one color and decoration. The main reason we went with the blue is that it'll show up better also during the day when they're not lit, as opposed to 2 or 3, but we're open to suggestions either way. Right now, I'm proposing number one on Clark, Silver Star, and 80 Mims, worst road areas, and I'll also address future expansion at the end of the presentation. What we want to do on McGuire is put up a similar decoration, but on McGuire, since we have a center median poles, we thought we'd upgrade to where it's more of a star on the whole thing instead of just something hanging off randomly on the sides. And this would extend down McGuire. With the cost of all this, right now we spend about $50,000 a year contractually in looking at what's available out there right now. By changing up and adding the additional lights on McGuire, we'd be looking at about $75,000 annually. Future, what we were looking at too is what can we expand to? We'd like to at least take it all the way up Clark from Silver Star all the way up to Clarecone, Ocoee when the road is completed. Now that'll be this year. We don't have funding to add it or the time with Duke Energy to add the connections to the poles on Clark for this year, but our game plan is to include those upgrades for Christmas 25, so in the following budget year, to where we can also expand the holiday decorations and any other corridors the commission may be interested in adding. So with that, I guess I'm looking for some direction on if you like the, not sure how to go back. If the number one is we get a consensus, that's something you'd like throughout the city, or if just even maintain what we existingly have.
Just for size-wise, these are 6 feet tall. You know, you don't realize it when they're going up on the pole, but they are 6 feet. So they're quite large, but they may not look as large. I wasn't interested in doing the garland. I thought we've kind of been garland out. And I think it was time for a change. And I thought my thought was with Mr. Firstner, is that the pole, as I drove down the pole in the center, having the stars, the snowflakes on each side of the pole, kind of gave a little classier look.
I like that, yeah.
And I know that on McKee, we'd have to stay with the poinsettia or the tree because based on the size of the pole, correct?
On McKee itself, downtown, it is a shorter pole, so the poinsettia is ideal. The other ones are probably too large. They'd look out of place, the stars.
The other main road is Worth Road up on the hill, so.
Correct.
Got anything planned for that?
Well, right now, the stars is what we had planned on.
All right. Just planned early.
Yes, that's why we're meeting with you here in May.
Yeah.
You're just looking for consensus that we like.
Yes.
Well, we got Commissioner Wilson there. She'll.
Well, when things go bad, they'll all come back and blame me.
That's why I'm here. We'll make it happen.
That was the
Broad
objective.
shoulders, yeah, that was the objective.
And the idea too is because we're preparing our budgets now for the month of May. So as everything goes through to bring forward, so that's why we want to make sure we could at least incorporate what we need to now.
I've seen the snowflakes in Ormond Beach on the bridge. They look really
Did you?
sharp. Yeah, they do look sharp. And again, I think it's time for us to make a change
Yes.
because
Agreed.
we know those
So,
garland ones, half of them aren't lit, but by doing this now, we give Steve the option to go ahead and
you need a consent.
make the poles are appropriate.
Consent good enough?
So, you did mention that your future expansion would be all the way down to go from, all the way down Clark.
Right
all the way
now-
to Claricone, Ocoee,
Yes, sir.
but that wouldn't be till about 2025?
That wouldn't be this holiday season. It'd be in the holiday season for 2025, mainly because of the timing with finishing up Clark Road itself and then getting with Duke to add the connections.
Okay, so we were able to earmark funds during this budget cycle for the 2025.
It would be the upgrades to the poles, and then in the 2020, for this coming year, and then for the next fiscal year, we will include the upgrade for the adding the additional decorations.
Okay, good. There's been a lot of questions I've been getting about Christmas decoration and going all the way up Clark Road for the past 2 years.
Yeah, and we did look at what could we get accomplished this year, and in talking with Duke, they said we're gonna need more time. Plus, it wouldn't be appropriated till October, which wasn't enough time to get it all completed.
All right, consensus is okay.
All right, well, thank you. Appreciate it very
Thank you,
much.
sir. Appreciate it, Steve. All right, we're down to comments from commissioners. Commissioner Kennedy,
No comments.
Commissioner Wilson.
Oh, I have a few. Yeah, okay, I got a few. Let me pull out my shirt here. Rusty, I know
I'm gonna
that,
put a time limit on you.
well,
We do have one.
don't start yet, I haven't gotten the shirt out. I don't know, during the music fest, if a lot of folks saw the shirt that
Yep.
was given. And you know, I guess I realized at our last meeting, we really didn't say much to you about the event. And, you know, for all these years, when you look at this, 30 years that you've been working on this, probably most of those 30 years,
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of names on it.
a lot of names on there, that you have created an iconic event that makes Ocoee. And I guess I want to thank you and thank all the folks that worked with you. I know in the early days I worked on it, but not to the extent that you did, and I know that this is a labor of love for you. But again, when we look at the amount of
Thank you.
folks who have been in Ocoee, this makes this an iconic event for us. And it's impressive, and I guess I wanted to say thank you for that. Did I have to be timed for that? Because is that okay?
That's okay.
Oh, that's okay, good. Okay, good. And I know there's a lot of folks that want these shirts, but I'm not giving it up. Okay,
If you want any, call in and we'll order some more.
because they're kind of neat when it says 30
Yeah.
years. It shows what
Yeah.
you have done to make this an iconic event in Ocoee. Folks, wait for this every year. As for, we approved some neighborhood grants tonight. Some of them have items on it that need permits. So please remember that just because the grant was approved, that you still have to abide by the rules that were put down at the bottom of the form that says some require permits. So please get with our permit department so that you can go ahead and facilitate these neighborhood grants. The next item I have, I'm not really happy about, so I'm going to just,
You're not gonna say it?
I'm going to say it. I'm saying it. I was informed, Mr. Oliver, this is probably directed towards you. I was informed that you went to one of my HOAs, to one of their meetings. And it kind of angers me at this point because I think your district's big enough for you to attend your own HOAs. But what it comes down to is that I feel very strongly about sunshine. And if that was an HOA that I was planning to attend, I don't normally notify anyone that I'm going. But when another commissioner or the mayor comes, it becomes a sunshine issue. And I take that very seriously. And I just have a problem with you attending one of my HOAs. And here I am finding out about it. And I'll say it nicely, it rather annoyed me that I find this out, because if we want to go to another HOA outside of our district, then I don't have any intentions of going to your HOAs. I have no intentions of going over at this point, at current time, to go over to District 4 to an HOA. And I'm offended that you attended one of mine. And then if I had been there, it puts me in a very difficult position because it would have to be noticed. You are well aware of the sunshine violation. I'm not playing sunshine by any means. And that we should be notifying Sherry so it can be posted. And I think the same thing would go for the mayor. If the mayor was going to attend one of my HOAs, that we should be aware as the district that we should know why, basically why you want to attend one of my HOAs. I know you've got plenty of your own. And then to go ahead and not be noticed, because I could have very easily been there. And that would put me in a position that I do not want to be put into. If anyone doesn't understand violations of sunshine law, you don't play with it. We don't discuss anything that we don't discuss up here, or it has to be noticed so you can attend. And in an HOA, that would put us in a position of a very uncomfortable position. One of us would have to leave if it wasn't noticed. And that also makes your HOA meeting something that anyone can come attend, because once it's noticed, anyone can come. That's why these doors are left open while we have meetings, for anyone who wants to come in, because we are doing things in the sunshine. And I take that very seriously, so I'm rather offended by that, and I just wanted to go ahead and voice that.
Please allow me to.
Let her finish.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I
No, but are you through with your?
let me look at my notes here to make sure that and I do hope that we as the neighborhood can get together, because this may come back to us. And if it does, that we plan to meet with the developer as a group, bring it forward. This is the pickleball. I'm not opposed to pickleball. Folks love pickleball. I don't think I can play. But it's just the point that we need to come together if this does come back, so we are a cohesive group, meeting with them much further in advance. Okay, because the noise, yes, I am very concerned about the noise. And I know it's going to affect the folks in the back of the neighborhood. So, thank you, Commission, for supporting that. And if it does come back, we will need to, should I say, have a little better plan, because I was not comfortable with the options. The items that I presented, I did not feel as though they were being addressed. Thank
All
you.
right, you done.
I'm done, thank you.
All right, Commissioner Oliver.
Just
Time, 5 minutes.
to respond, Commissioner Wilson, please allow me to apologize if I offended you in any way. I was not aware that there was any rules to state that we could attend an HOA meeting. Now, had you been at that meeting, yes, I would have left that meeting. But the reason I go to a lot of HOA meetings, and the reason I go to those meetings is I actually listen to some of the issues that each HOA have concerns about. And I listen, I take notes. I don't speak, I just take notes. And I take those meetings, I take those notes back to my HOAs to talk about some of the common issues that we all have. We have issues with soliciting. non-soliciting, the solar people in our neighborhoods. How do we handle those things? A lot of the HOAs in my district don't have any rules or any answers as to how do we deal with certain things. So we go to other HOA meetings to listen as citizens. What are you doing? What are your solutions to some of these problems? So I bring those issues back to those HOAs. So not to offend you in any way, not to impede upon your duties as a commissioner in that district, just simply as a citizen, just trying to bring information back to other HOAs that's looking for answers and to look at the commonalities of the things that we share in our communities. That's all that's about. So it's nothing about anything else. So I do apologize if I offended you in any way. And I'll make sure that does not happen again. And I'll just have to figure out other ways to get to compare notes with other HOAs. One of the things we have dealt with in District 4 is constantly, every other day, there's been accidents or near accidents along the West Orange Trail. The three crosswalks or intersections will be Ingram Road in the West Orange Trail, Arden Park North, the West Orange Trail, as well as Clark Road on the West Orange Trail. So I get calls every other day about near mishaps or accidents from bicyclists and motorists, and we're definitely working on solutions. So if you're dealing with that issue in District 4, I've reached out to the county several times to try to figure out what are solutions to that issue. So hopefully within the next few months, we will have some kind of solution to that particular issue. Other things that I've run into in the district is we have a foster care facility. I actually did knocking on the door of a foster care facility just during the campaign, not really knowing what it was. But we do have some foster care facilities within the city of Ocoee. And what I found is just kind of did a little research on foster care and what does that mean to folks that are, or the kids that are terming out. So some kids, when they turn 18, they have to figure something out when they get out of foster care. And what I did find, DCF has a program that any kid that's in foster care or has been awarded of the court system can receive free college. And I ran across a lot of information about that, and I just want to maybe share that with the commission, possibly maybe put it on our website. So if we have a foster care or someone that deals with foster care, they can actually go to the website and get information about how these kids can actually get free college. So I don't know if that's something we have to have a consensus on or something I need to talk about off the record, but I definitely would like to provide more information through our website about these type of programs for our young kids that are dealing with foster care. So that's something that I need to talk to the commission about, or the attorney, city manager.
Right, yeah, the city manager controls the,
I can reach out to the city manager to talk about how we can get that information
You'll
out.
need to contact the state.
Isn't that
Yeah.
something the state already has information?
The state has information on it, but again, I just want to make sure we do have foster cares in the city and just maybe want to be able to bring it more localized. Also, finally, in care of our National Prayer Day, which is May 2nd, I'm actually going to leave you with this. It actually comes from Colossians 3:13 and 14. And it says, bearing with one another, and if one has a complaint against another, forgive each other. As the Lord has forgiven you, so you also must forgive. And above all these, put on love, which binds us all together in perfect unity. Thank you. I relent back to the commission.
Commissioner Ferstner.
Today is National Teacher Appreciation Day. I've had the honor and privilege of being married to a special needs teacher for the past 15 years. She's been practicing for 45 years now. Yeah, she deserves it, and all the teachers deserve your applause. She's taught me so much that I've never realized. The school don't purchase books for their students anymore. I don't know, I guess they once did when I was in school, but they don't do that anymore. They don't buy them pencils, paper, pads, nothing. The teachers have to supply their own materials for their classes. And they just go unnoticed and unappreciated, and the parents come in and scream at them for their failures of raising their kids. just remember that, and when you see a teacher, tell them how much you do appreciate what they do for us and for our children. They're pretty remarkable, and it's a very unappreciated job, like many others are in this country, but they do their best and they deserve our appreciation. It's Hurricane Preparedness Week, May 5th through the 11th. You can get more information on the Ocoee Fire Department Emergency Management page on the city website. Start preparing now. We only have one more month. June 1st kicks off hurricane season, so let's be ready this year. The Family Aquatic Center is opening at the Jim Beach Center, and it opens Saturday, May 11th, so you have a nice swimming pool to take your kids to all summer long and enjoy the Aquatic Center. And please come out on Memorial Day to celebrate the ceremony with the city. It's at the Lakeshore Center here, Thursday, May 23rd at 11 a.m. We'd be glad to see you all come out. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I want to thank Commissioner Wilson for saying that about the Ocoee Music Fest. It's been a pleasure, and it's a lot of work the citizens get to enjoy. That's the purpose of it, was to have a free concert that we raise money to help pay for it. We have all kind of people come to this, but a lot of citizens. I know when I was first married, when we had our children, I couldn't go to concerts because we were working 2 jobs trying to raise 5 kids. So it was kind of a tough job to go pay $100 to go hear somebody sing. But this way we've changed it. Friday night we have a certain type of music, then Saturday night we have another type of music. So it's worked out. We bring in probably 10, 15, 20,000 people over the weekend. And it's a free concert for people to come sit and listen to it and get to enjoy it. The rules, and I don't understand this because what you brought up is, listen, I call, and Melanie knows, I call, when I go to a meeting, I call and see if it's posted. It's got to be posted or I don't go. So if I'm going to any kind of meetings, I've got to check to see if it's posted. This is not something new, folks. This has been going on for a long time. It's not a new rule that just happened. We all know it. So, yeah, we got to pay attention to that because it is sunshine law. We had a gentleman one time that was a citizen, served on the board and got charged $10,000 for breaking the sunshine law. And he really didn't do that much, but they still charged him $10,000.
And he had to pay it out of his own pocket.
He had to pay it out of his own pocket. The city didn't pay it. So we all know, stay in your area or call them early, and if you go into one, notify them where you can notify the commissioner who's going to be there. The speed bumps, Craig and Rose, Commissioner Wilson, it's your area. It's Mr. Brad's mother-in-law. She wants somebody to come on that street that runs all the way from one end of Prima Vista to the other end. They want to come out and measure for speed bumps or do the test or whatever.
We can get them the forms.
That's what I'll give you who it is.
Yeah, just give me the email.
And the Christmas thing, I hate to do that a while ago to say that, but every year we seem to have a problem come Christmas time on the lights and the functions. So we have got to be more prepared for that. I mean, a lot of people like to see it, and that's what it was. And I also want to make a comment about when we had the Music Fest, we have fireworks every year because a few years ago in July, it was so hot, like it's going to be this year, the state wouldn't let you shoot fireworks off. So we moved it from July the 4th to the Music Fest. So on the end of this thing on Saturday night, we have the fireworks. We got a couple. The only comments bad about the whole Music Fest was somebody didn't like the fireworks because it was noisy. But that's part of America, folks. The fireworks, that's part of going on with what goes on. So I just want to let them know that we try to make it a nice one. It was one of the better ones I think we've had. But, yeah, that was really the only comments. We got 2 comments back that was about the fireworks. So, and the other thing is the Recreation Department, I don't think, we don't give them enough accolades. I think they put more functions on it. I have a lot of people, I don't know any of you heard, that go to the functions with the children. It's a We have, where we put these things on it, there's no cost to the children when they go there. They can come do these functions even when you're having the different things in your group. It's where the kids can come and do this stuff without having to pay, the parent to pay. It's part of the city with the parks. And like I said, I hope that we can get some kind of group together with the homeowners from the hammocks and with the gentleman and with you, Commissioner, and work out something there, because they did buy the land. I know it's bought. And if anybody knows anybody that's hooked to the restaurants, please tell them to call us. We'll be glad to make them a good deal and expect to get something in here at the restaurants. In the mall, like I said earlier, during election time, when you go around knocking on doors, you hear a lot about, why ain't y'all doing something with the mall? Well, we try to do things with them, but they don't want to do anything except just take the money they're getting out of those rents. So that's the problem. They don't improve it. So I've asked the city, we need to, I don't care if they can hear it or not, we need to code them if they're not doing what they're supposed to do. They have taken the plants out of the front of that mall, and they have 2 deep places where the pots sit, where people walk over, and somebody's going to break their leg. And I called them a year ago and told them about it, and they still haven't fixed it. So one of the things we need to do is code that place. Yep. So, and the other thing is going back to having a code enforcement officer on Saturdays. And I can tell you right now, everybody knows full well that we don't have them out, and on Saturdays they do everything they're not supposed to do, parking semis in our town. You see a semi parked up here on the corner of Silver Star and Blueford over the weekend, go to Winter Garden or go to Windermere or Oakland and see if they got them parked. They don't have them parked out there. So we have got to enforce the law on the code enforcement. And somebody says, well, the police got to do it. Well, yeah, if they've been notified, and this truck that sits up here by McKee Street on the weekends, he does it all the time. But nothing gets done to him. And then we got the same guy that parks up here on the corner of Silver Star and Blueford. I mean, who wants to see semi-trucks parked in town? So I hate to complain about that, but I'm telling you, I get people call me all the time and say, why aren't you doing something about it? Well, we do the code. We have, and code on commercials and stuff is a tougher one to do. It's better for us because you can do the code. If it's on a house, which we have some problem with them, it's the homestead, so you have a hard time getting that solved. So I just wanted to bring that up. We need to go back during the budget process and put a person back working in our code back on Saturdays like they used to. I don't know why they quit. And the other problem, I hate to do this, but I'm going to do it, on the beach, on the lakefront, we need a person down there on Saturdays and Sundays to control what goes on. It is a beautiful place for people to come to have picnics and all that, but there's some stuff goes on down there that shouldn't be going on with drinking, little smoke going the other way that people might use, but there's got to be some kind of control on that park. If we hired a part-time person during the summertime, say starting in the end of May, that stays there on Saturdays and Sundays, that can control what's going on. So I'd like us to look at that too.
I thought we had someone, I'm sorry, Tim.
Huh? Yes, sir. All right.
We
All
had
right.
police from
I'm done.
Memorial Day to Labor Day. I thought we had police that were supposed to be down there on the weekends from Memorial Day to Labor Day.
Yeah.
That was my understanding.
Yeah.
For the past few years that we've had that. I'm assuming.
Well, we
still have
don't.
that.
So I know police go out on the boat and do stuff during the summertime, but we need a person that works for the city on the weekends to control what goes on the lake. All right. Everybody, appreciate you coming tonight, and thanks for the hammocks for coming out and doing your talk. Thank you.